I'm just going to do a quick video. So this is strictly for regular cabs. So if you're doing my passive entry harness, you're gonna have to run the antenna and door handle wiring through your door connector into your door. And on the regular cabs, because you have less wiring in the door, so like your door switch, you don't have like the rear windows controls, anything like that. You may or may not have one of the connectors required back behind this rubber boot. So I'm just going to explain how to check for that. So I've come across some that don't have any of the connector. Some have half the connector. So we need to determine what you have, so I can send you what you need for whatever you're missing. So basically, we're gonna have to pull back this rubber boot. I have a pair of pliers to do that. Hopefully I can get all of this on camera. Just kind of grab it. I'm just gonna pull on it a little bit, and you can see it starts to come out. Now I gotta work my way around the whole thing. Kind of pop this off. There's a white housing here that sits inside the frame here, well, the body of the truck. And from here, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but there's a gray connector and a green connector. The green connector is what we're checking for. So potentially you may only have half of it. So unfortunately, what we'll have to do is pry this housing kind of out of the body of the truck to see if we have it on the other side as well. And in order to do that, there's actually push tabs. There's two push tabs on the top of this connector, and there's two push tabs on the bottom of the connector. I use a Phillips head and kind of just run across the top, and I'll hit one and try to kind of pull out on the housing a little bit, and then run, hit the second one. This can be a bit of a pain, but once I think I have those two, I'll go on the underside and kind of do the same thing. You gotta try to find the sweet spot. So I think I may not have this one right here. I think I got the majority of them. Yeah, I think I'm just missing this top one closest to me. There it is. No, and I think one of the bottom ones went back in. Got it. So that's everything. This is a pain in the ass because you don't have a lot of room to work with in this door jamb. And as you can see, I just pushed the front one back in. So I got it on the top side. Got it on the bottom. All right, so now I pulled this out. I can see. So hopefully you guys can see this on the camera. The connector on this half actually extends out, I don't know, half an inch or so. And then I can see that the other half of the connector is plugged into it. So for me, and sometimes I work the door. If you close the door a little bit, sometimes it gives you a little bit more room to pull this connector out. So here you go. Now I have them completely out. I can see I have both halves of the connector. Obviously, I'm not a regular cab, so I knew I was going to have that. Regular cabs, we need to check for that. And then that's really all we need to do. And then we're going to basically put everything back. And this is the fun part again, too, because you don't want to just insert this back in. You actually want to get the rubber boot on first, because the rubber boot kind of slides in behind this. There's a little lip on this. It slides in behind there. You want to make sure that you seat this on properly, because if you don't, this is not sealed well, you can get water in these connectors, and you do not want to get water in the connectors. So the fun part now is trying to get this boot back on. And I am, the only thing I'll say about the boot, I don't know if you can see this, there's a ridge inside the boot that kind of sits around this lip, and there's certain spots where there's it'll line up. They have to line up properly with there's gaps. There's gaps in this ridge, and there's parts on the rubber boot that fall into those gaps. So you want to make sure you line all that stuff up when you're putting this back together. So this is gonna take me a while. I'm not gonna videotape this, but you want to get this rubber boot back. Excuse me. You want to get the rubber boot back on here, and then once you're done, slide it back in. It'll lock it back into place. Just make sure that this is locked back into place once you slide it in. Like I said, there's 2 tabs on the top and 2 tabs on the bottom that should lock it into place. And if you have, if you're looking to order any of my harnesses, just shoot me an email. I'll leave my email in the video description. And any questions, obviously feel free to leave those down in the comments. Thanks.